Hi everyone, hello my lovely people. Welcome to my channel. Thank you very much guys for tuning to my channel. Thank you very much guys for those who have been subscribing to my video, for those who have been liking, viewing and everything. Guys, may the Lord bless you. Thank you very much. It's Saturday, so it's a boring day. I'm just home alone, so that's why I just decided to vlog. Junior is not home even for the holiday. So the house is big. The D is at work. The house is very big for me. Yeah, so I just decided to pick this topic because it's been ringing so much in my mind. It's just something which I wanted also to talk because of how people are talking about it. It's how, because of how people they expect others to behave on it, and it's something which doesn't really need more of our energy on our own, something which need God's hand, when you are involved, or when you are too much or so, or like when you are playing your part, there's also God's part. There are some things that we do like with our power. There are things that we don't do, like, or things which doesn't just depend on us. Most of the things, there are things that you need God to guide you in everything. There are things that you need to, to do or to fix just on your own. So today's topic is all about the submissiveness of how women need to submit to their husband. Something which some people think, or some men think that, or they are like, it's a trap whereby some men think that it need to be done just like that. It's how you believe. People, they don't just get married. They don't just wake up in marriage. You know your person already before you got married. You know how he behave or how she behave. So coming to the things of submissive, it starts with respect, behave, and love itself and trust. For a woman to submit, okay, like it's obvious it's supposed to be done like that, even if there are people who are not doing it, maybe due to some reasons. We are human beings. We are human beings. There are some things which people doesn't do because of some reasons. There are things which people does, or there are some things which people does because of how other people behave towards them. In the term of this submissive, it's clear on the Bible, and we are human beings, as I've been saying it. We are still in the flesh, but one thing which you have to know is that for you as a man, who, like, you don't need to focus too much on submissive, like expecting your wife to do that. And I know, I'm not saying wife doesn't need to submit, but what I'm saying is that, people, we have different background. People who were raised different. People, we have different belief. So in my understanding, submissive to my husband is something which I have to do it willingly. Me submitting to my husband is something which I will do with my whole heart, in the other way of appreciating him. Look at how you two are living. You don't need to look at people outside, how they look towards you. It's up to you inside your marriage. There's a lot which is happening nowadays. People are involving themselves in many things nowadays, but the truth is that, guys, it's not really about how holy it need to be. It's about how you are living. You don't need to explore it outside, showing. Let me say, when you're outside, you show that. Coming inside, you are dying. It's something which need to be practiced. It's something which need to be done practically each and every time. As women's, when your man loves you, when your man show some good sign, there is that fear in you of losing such a person. And my behavior always towards my husband, who is good to me, who does all that what was supposed to be done as a man does, that grow in me. It obvious. But there's this hatred which men does, which create problems in women's. Looking at where you came from, how you grown up and everything, then you happen to have this man who is full of this and that. No matter how good you are raised, believe me, we are still in flesh. We are still, it's a human being. We are talking about us now. You don't need to pretend showing people that no, you are good, you can be good to your husband, you can be good to your wife, but to be honest, you are that human being who can, does that to your partner. And again, sometimes we have to take ourselves to the Bible, whereby I also take these scriptures which are in Ephesians chapter 5 verse 22. Chapter 5 verse 22, which is saying, wife, submit to your own husband as to the Lord. For the husband is head of the wife, as also Christ is head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. Therefore, just as the church is subject to Christ, so let the wife be to their own husband in everything. Husband, love your wives, just as Christ also loved the church and gave himself to her, that he might sanctify and cleanse her with the washing of water by the word. These are scriptures which are talking about submission. These are scriptures which are talking about how a husband is supposed to be with the wife. These are scriptures which are talking about a husband loving the wife. People, you might be there talking about how women are failing to submit to their husband. Do you guys know that their husband who doesn't show love to their wife? And that's why I'm saying that, where there is love, there is submissive. This is the truth. Love is in many ways. Love is not just a song. Love work with act. For someone who loves you, will act in the love way. For someone who show you something different from love, there is always a better response to that. So that's why I'm saying, please, for our men, for our husband, we need to show a good example to the young ones. We need to show a good example to people who also want to get married. It's just up to you to love your wife. It's up to you to make that person to show you that submissive. It's for you to show love. It's for you to do what you're supposed to do as a man. Then you live up to her. We need to give a good example to the people who need to try also. It's up to you. You try, you leave it if you cannot handle it. We cannot just make people to believe that. I've been seeing many posted these days about submissive things, that people, ladies who are working, uneducated people, they are hard to submit. But the truth is not really to say that educated people, they are hard to submit. But the truth is that people who know a lot, they don't like to suffer. When you have something which you can able to sustain yourself with, it's hard to suffer in the hand of someone who cannot provide everything for you. The truth is that you can cry one. You can cry just, at a certain time, thinking that, okay, I'm crying, I'm suffering in the hand of this person. What does this person does for me? It's not easy suffering in the hand of someone who doesn't provide everything for you. these women who are educated, these women who have most of the things that they can provide themselves with, it's hard for them to suffer while they can able to help themselves. This is the reality. Even if it was you who is not educated and you have money. Let me just be honest, you have money. You can able to pay your own rent. You can able to do everything which money can able to buy, apart from love, which you don't get from your money, whether you are educated or not educated. This is the reality. So what I'm saying is that please, our men, keep on doing what you're supposed to do for you to see the result of your wife. It's not about educated or not educated. In the first place, when you married your wife, you knew she was educated. Why now? Her, when she got married to you, she knew she was educated. There's no lesson in marriage whereby we have to bring our certificate or our qualification. No way. Please love your wife to see how they worked. If they fail on their own, then they'll step out. Thank you very much, my lovely people, for watching this video. I know we need to change. I know we need to learn lesson. There's always things that we can try to make our life better. I know there are times whereby we mess up. As women, we have weakness, but we need our men to step up. You can't just blame women in everything without making any move for them to change. It's all about us, and I know it's needed. There's no way you can be there together without any problem. People who are together, they always have things, or it can't be fair each and every time. But coming to the things of submissive, we need to teach our kids. These are things that we need to do, things which we need to show our kids, so that when they will grow up, when they will be married one day, these are the things that they will tell. These are the ways that they're going to show. These are the ways this is how they are going to live. Living by the example of their parents, who are us. But if you are there doing this to your daughter today, or showing this bad attitude to your daughter today, what did you expect your daughter to be in her marriage? Guys, we need to change. It's not only about women's. I know people are too much like, no, the reason why many divorces because of women are no more submissive. And nowadays women are no more like crying. Those days you find a woman is like, if she break up with a man, she will be there crying, but not anymore. Women are too strong, very, very strong. And in some case they are not, especially, let me say 90% of women, they are trying to live without men. They are very strong, they are hardworking, and they are good example. We have many women who are not married, but they are taking care of their kids. But we have men who are not married, but they are apparent their kids. So that's why I'm saying, please, let's try. This need as 50-50 from men and women. It's not just a matter of women not submitting to their husband, but it's a matter of love. Show love to them, then you see their response. That's all from me. Thank you very much, guys. May the Lord bless you. Thank you.